Have you ever done something because that's just the way it's always been done? But when you stop and think about it, it makes absolutely no sense. Why do we blow out candles on birthdays? Why do people wear white at weddings or black at funerals? Why do we shake hands with strangers or throw rice at newlyweds? Some of the weirdest things we do are ancient traditions that feel totally random until you discover where they came from. Today, we're breaking down traditions that make no sense until you learn why. And once you know the backstories, you'll never see them the same way again. Let's get into it. 1. Blowing out birthday candles. Blowing out candles seems normal until you realize you're literally spitting on food people are about to eat. But this tradition dates back to ancient Greece, where people made round cakes to honor Artemis, the goddess of the moon. Candles were placed on the cake to represent moonlight, and the smoke was thought to carry prayers to the gods. Fast forward to today, and we're still doing it. But instead of sending prayers, we're making a wish and blowing saliva onto dessert. Thanks, history. 2. Throwing rice at weddings. Why do we toss rice or confetti at newlyweds like it's a celebration of carbs? In ancient cultures, particularly in Rome and India, rice symbolized fertility and prosperity. Throwing rice was a way of blessing the couple with many children and a fruitful life. Today we throw rice, flower petals, or biodegradable glitter. But the original meaning was pretty clear. Go forth, make babies, and have a successful household. 3. Wearing white at weddings. Wearing white has become the universal bridal color, but it hasn't always been that way. Before the 19th century, brides just wore their nicest dress, whatever color it happened to be. That changed when Queen Victoria married Prince Albert in 1840 wearing a white gown. It was a bold fashion move that symbolized purity, status, and wealth, since white dresses were expensive and hard to clean. The trend caught on, and now billions of dollars are spent every year to uphold a fashion choice from one royal wedding over 180 years ago. 4. Shaking hands. Have you ever thought about how weird it is to grab a stranger's hand and shake it up and down? This tradition began as a gesture of peace. In medieval times, people extended their empty right hand to show they weren't holding a weapon. The shake itself, that was meant to dislodge any hidden knives in the sleeve. So every handshake is basically two people saying, "See, I'm not going to stab you. Welcome to humanity." 5. Saying, "Bless you," when someone sneezes. Why do we say "bless you" when someone sneezes, but not when they cough or hiccup? One popular theory goes back to Pope Gregory I. During the plague of 590 AD, sneezing was considered an early sign of the plague, so saying "God bless you" was a kind of mini prayer to protect the sneezer. Another theory, ancient Romans believed a sneeze could expel the soul or let in evil spirits. Either way, a sneeze meant danger. Saying "bless you" was like a verbal shield. Nowadays, it's just polite, but originally, it was a battle against death. 6. Breaking a bottle on a ship. When a new ship is launched, someone smashes a bottle of champagne on the hull. But why? This tradition goes back to ancient seafaring cultures. Babylonians sacrificed animals. Vikings smeared blood. And in 15th century England, they drank wine in honor of the ship and tossed the goblet into the sea. Champagne became the go-to because it symbolized celebration and success. Breaking the bottle was meant to bless the vessel and ensure a safe journey. Good vibes only, preferably carbonated. 7. Bridesmaids all wearing the same dress. We've all seen it. 5 women wearing identical dresses, posing next to a bride. Cute photo op? Sure. But the original reason was way darker. In ancient Rome and feudal China, bridesmaids dressed like the bride to confuse evil spirits or jealous exes who might want to ruin the ceremony. So back then, the squad wasn't just for moral support. They were spiritual decoys. The wedding party was basically the bride's personal army. 8. Eating cake at weddings. Cake isn't just delicious, it's ancient symbolism. Going back to Roman times, where grooms broke a loaf of bread over the bride's head to symbolize fertility and dominance. Later in medieval England, people would stack tiny cakes as high as they could. If the couple could kiss over the top without knocking them down, it meant prosperity. Eventually, those stacks evolved into the tiered cakes we know today. From bread smacking to fondant masterpieces, cake has always meant more than sugar. 9. Tying cans to the back of the getaway car. Ever wonder why newlyweds drive off with cans rattling behind their car? In centuries past, people would follow the wedding couple banging pots and pans. It was believed the loud noise would ward off evil spirits. Eventually, cans replaced pots, and the getaway car became a new twist on the tradition. So those clanging cans, they're not just for laughs, they're ancient spiritual security systems. 10. Jumping the broom. Jumping the broom is a wedding tradition seen in many African American ceremonies, but its roots go back further than you might think. The practice became prominent among enslaved Africans in America, who were denied the legal right to marry. Jumping the broom symbolized the union of two people in the eyes of their community, even if the law didn't recognize it. It was a powerful act of resilience and cultural preservation, and remains a celebrated ritual today. Conclusion: weird, but meaningful. So many things we do, from shaking hands to smashing cakes to putting teeth under our pillows, seem strange on the surface. But when you learn their origins, they make perfect sense. These traditions have survived wars, crossed continents, and evolved for centuries. What seems silly today was once sacred, powerful, or even magical. So the next time you say "bless you" or tie a can to the back of a car, remember, you're taking part in thousands of years of human history. Which tradition surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves fun facts and hidden history. Because behind every weird habit, there's a reason you've never heard before.